No matter what your business niche is, there's a good chance that these scents will sell better for you than most others because they're just universally loved. Oh my god. I'm so excited to smell this one. Hello everyone, if you're new here, I'm Alan with Earthglow, and on this channel I share tips and tricks and the behind the scenes of my own small business, coming from someone with a background in chemistry. Now, if you are totally new to the channel, you will learn very fast that fragrance videos are my absolute favorite to film. And yeah, if this kind of content brings a smile to your face, hit that subscribe button and tap the little notification bell in the corner, and I will notify you each time I post a new video so you don't miss out on anything. Now, I'm kind of gonna go like 3, 2, 1 with this video, but I want you to keep in mind that these are really in no particular order. I have been selling all 3 of these fragrances for the last 4 years, and it kind of fluctuates from year to year as to which one is gonna be like my number 3, my number 2, or my number 1 bestseller in the summertime. But I will just tell you right now, it's very close. And so take my 3, 2, 1 on this video with a grain of salt. They're all really, really popular summer scents. Now, another thing I want to mention is that all of these scents are from Candle Science. However, I'm in no way sponsored or affiliated with Candle Science. It's literally just coincidence that they're all from the same supplier. If you've watched my fragrance videos, you'll notice that I do purchase a lot from Candle Science, but I buy a lot from other companies as well. And so I'm also gonna try to mention like some other names of fragrances that are very similar to these ones if you do happen to purchase from, say, like Flaming Candle or Aztec or Midwest or something, because they're literally like the same scents. Okay, so coming in my number 3, this is always kind of hilarious to me. Actually, not hilarious because I don't enjoy making this candle at all, but it's funny to me how for some reason people seem to want to buy this scent. It's one of my least favorite scents to pour and make, but this is Candle Science Honeysuckle Jasmine. Now this scent, if you like florals, you might like it, but it's a very, very prominent floral. It smells like you are out in the summertime. I live in Michigan and we have honeysuckle that grows here in nature, just in the wild, like in May and June. And it's beautiful. It's a very prominent, kind of headier type of a floral. I do like this one, how it has like some jasmine in it as well. And you do get almost like a lemon kind of citrusy top note in the background that kind of makes this one sparkle. But yeah, this one is consistently very popular for me. I've sold it as Hummingbird, which is because I've sold it under the name Hummingbird. I've also sold this one as Wild Honeysuckle. It just kind of depends. I noticed like at the farmer's market, a lot of people like just kind of the more basic names, for example. But yeah, this Honeysuckle and Jasmine does really well. And this one is my number 3. Okay, in number 2, we have an oil that I do really, really like. And this oil, I literally am totally almost out of my jug, but you can get this from a number of suppliers. They'll oftentimes sell it under the name Baja Cactus Blossom, but this is Cactus Flower in Jade by Candle Science. This oil, it smells, yes, floral, but it's much more of a clean green type of a floral. This one, you could brand it in so many different ways, I feel like. And it just really sings in the spring and summer. I sell this as my Bloom candle in my Pride collection. And I've had it in that collection for the last 4 years, and it has consistently been my top seller. It's so just fresh. It is refreshing. It's not gonna give you a headache. It's not that type of a floral. I would say it's like 25% floral, 25 or 35% green, and then it almost has that kind of hint of something luxurious in the background, a little bit peppery almost. Like, it's just, yeah, it's almost got like an earthy, like a petrichor type of a note. It's so modern too. I feel like if you have like a candle line in this market in today's day and age, something like this is definitely gonna cater just to a very wide audience. Well, that's kind of the whole point of this video. But like the last oil always surprises me because it's a very, very prominent floral. This one I just feel like is much more versatile, and if you're looking for something that kind of checks the boxes of floral, of clean, and of green, this cactus flower in Jade or Baja Cactus Blossom, I know a lot of companies sell it as, will do just that for you. And all of these oils have a really good hot throw too, in every wax that I have tried them in. Just kind of putting that out there too for you guys. I've made candles with CB2, which is also known as number 7 or soy bliss. That is how the wax that I do use for most of our tins. And then I've also made candles with soy 10 with a lot of these, as well as 6006, and they throw really well across the board. Okay. And then coming in number 1, I don't even have a physical bottle to show you because this oil I'm totally out of, but that is mango and coconut milk. I get mine from Candle Science. I'm pretty sure Midwest has one, and I think there's a lot of other fragrance companies that sell this oil too. You guys, this scent, it smells like you're at the beach. It's tropical, it's fruity, it has a little bit of like floral to it, but it's not like a prominent floral. I would say it's more of a fruity, tropical type of a scent. And this oil just does so well. I've sold it as my Golden Girls candle in my Summer Lovin' collection, and it has consistently been a top seller for me year after year, and something that customers just cannot get enough of. They'll ask for it in the winter time. Same with the last scent as well, the Cactus Flower in Jade, which I sell as Bloom. People ask for it year round, but yeah, mango and coconut milk is such a good one, especially if you live on the coast. I don't even live on the coast, and it's just so fruity, and it makes people just get in the summer spirit. I will say personally that it's a little sweeter for my taste. I do burn it a lot in my own home because I do enjoy it, but I will say it's on the sweeter side for me personally. Another one that's kind of similar to this that a lot of people really like is called Volcano. They're both kind of tropical, fruity fragrances that do have a sweeter undertone to them. But both of them, I would say, you probably don't need both in your line, but one or the other is most certainly in almost any candle line going to do very well for you in the summertime. All right, so on to the honorable mentions. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, these are some of my personal favorite oils. I need to get a new jug of this one. But yeah, this one actually is a year-round oil. I'm gonna reveal the name in just a second, but this one is gonna be really good if you have a high-end type of a line. It checks the fruity box. It's sweet, but it's not too sweet. It smells almost like I was thinking of calling it Tuscany and having it in my Wanderlust collection. It's that kind of luxe smelling. But this is Cashmere Plum by Candle Science. And this oil, you guys, I don't think I've smelled this from any other companies. Leave a comment down below if you know other places where you can get this oil. But oh my gosh, you guys, this oil, I've tested it in 6006, I've tested it in CB2, I've tested it in my Beeswax Soy Cocoa Cream. It is I would say a 4 out of 5 for hot throw. It's gonna be pretty good. Maybe not as good as some of the more headier floral type scents, but it's gonna be a solid 4 out of 5 in everything I've tested it in. And yeah, this oil, I would say of all the ones mentioned, probably leans the most high end. I sell this one in my year-round collection as Tuscan Plum. And yeah, it just does so well. I actually need to get this restocked. I need to buy more oil because I'm like basically out. But that is Cashmere Plum by Candle Science. And my last honorable mention is another one that happens to be one of my personal favorites. And this one is so popular in my signature collection. This is Sea Salt Orchid. Now I sell this one as Sunset on the Lake, and because I am from the Midwest. The sea salt note is, I would say, fairly prominent, but for me it still works as a Sunset on the Lake candle, even from being from somewhere that there's no salt water, because it just kind of leads to that kind of organic feel that you get just by smelling the sand. So I would not say you have to live somewhere coastal. I would say this is gonna be a broad appeal, and I sell this one year round, but it's gonna really sing in the summertime. You could sell it, I would probably recommend keeping well, I say this, but I don't do this. I would probably recommend keeping sea salt or orchid in the name somewhere, just because that name for a lot of people does do really well. I used to just call this one sea salt and orchid, but then I did bring it into my signature collection as Sunset on the Lake, just because I was trying to brand it more locally for my for the kind of how I'm doing that collection. But oh my gosh, you guys, this scent, it's a great thrower. This scent has a very wide appeal. I would say to you that Midwest, the one that they have, is gonna be almost identical to this, and I'm sure there's some other companies that have this oil too. It's super popular, a lot of places do it, but this is sea salt and orchid. Now, another thing I want to mention about this video is that these are all standalone fragrances, as in I would not recommend blending them. You can blend them, but I personally don't, just because they do so well on their own that you don't need to. Don't fix what's not broken, right? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It would mean the world to me. And please leave me a comment down below about some oils that do really well for you and for your audience. I would love to know, and I'm sure it would be helpful to other small businesses who are trying to figure out what is gonna work for them and their line. But anyways, I'm sending all of you peace, love, and light, and I'm wishing all of you happy candle making.
I'd like to take the time to thank my patrons for their incredible support.
Trusting your instincts, realize that knowing looks different to each. When living authentic, do more exploring, deeper than knowing just what is essential for life that is thriving. Go deep, mute out the chatter, feel it, burn off the fire, let go until there's peace to your core. Live a life you adore. Yourself, all that's standing. Live free from worry. Live by just being. Power in finding your wholeness in now. Go deep, mute out the chatter. Feel it, burn off the fire.
Stay authentic at all costs and never lose your spark, because that's what makes your brand uniquely you. I see you, I'm rooting for you, and I know you have what it takes to be successful and to have fun with this craft. Until next time, happy candle making.